I'm a brave, adventurous traveler, and I am going to make it to this cross today for sunset. So I make my way back to the bus station, and I get on another bus that takes me up the entire mountain up to this cross where you take a little gondola up, and then it's just beautiful. You can overlook the city. It's so stunning. So I'm up there having a great time, but I'm also like, I'm a smart traveler, and I don't want to be up here when it's dark because I need to get back to the city. So I purposely time this that I get on the gondola with plenty of time to spare to catch the bus on this bus schedule. So I go back down. I'm at the bus stop, and I'm waiting for the bus, and I'm waiting for the bus, and I'm waiting for the bus, and no bus arrives because it's the Balkans. And in the Balkans, who knows if a bus schedule is true? I'll tell you right now, they're not. They're not true.
3 for 3 Balkans. You're
3
not doing
for
well
3.
with
No.
your track record.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
And maybe it's just like you've got to know. If you're not a local and you don't know the buses, you don't know the buses. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my gosh. And at this point too, this is like very far out. Like this is not a you walk back to the city situation. You were like out of the city. I'm going to go like a 30-minute drive up this mountain sort of situation. And I'm like, shoot, I do not know what to do. So this is what's happening is at this point, it's getting darker and darker and lots of people are leaving. And I was like, ooh, this is becoming like not good. Like I think I'm pretty good with gut feelings most of the time. And I was like, I need to do something right
also,
now.
though, hello, like do not leave people stranded up there. You know, if you took the bus up, you gotta.
Right? I was like,
Balkans.
this is not good. So
Okay.
I'm waiting at the bus stop, and this Turkish guy comes over to me, and he's like trying to talk to me, and I was like, I speak English, and so he's got Google Translate out, and we're like talking back and forth on Google Translate, and he's like, do you know when the bus is coming? And I was like, this is what my schedule says. I don't know where the bus is. And he's like, okay, crazy, wild, whatever. So he walked, and it's just him and his other buddy. And so he walks back to his buddy, and I'm like, okay, well, at least I'm not the only one waiting for the bus. At least I'm not the only uninformed international. Because sometimes it's like, you know, Americans. I'm like, no, like, if the bus schedules aren't working. Like, that's not an American problem. Anyway.
And that's a point against you, Balkans.
What I do is I take matters into my own hands, and I say, I will figure out a way out of this situation. I walk up to my little Turkish friends.
Matters into her own hands.
Ansley taking matters into her own hands, and I walk up to these Turkish friends, and I'm like, hey, do either of you speak English? Because the one who talked to me did not speak English. And his friend goes, yeah, I speak English. And I say, awesome. And I say, do you guys want to split a taxi with me? I do not think the bus is coming. And he's like, yes, I do want to split a taxi with you. So they come with me. We get into the taxi, and the taxi driver says, okay, yep, sounds good. Here's how much it is. But this time, this is a very important part of the story, he gives it to us in Macedonian currency, which is a very
fucker.
like different, which is like a different, what's the word I'm looking for?
Translation, yeah, I get you.
You know what I'm talking about?
You
like
get
a
her?
different,
You guys get
where,
her? I get
yeah,
you.
I was about to say, whatever that word is,
They told
it's
me the
that.
value. Yeah.
So we get in the taxi, I'm in the front seat, the 2 Turkish guys hop in the back, and we're zoom on our merry way. And I'm like, wow, I have problem solved. I am a solo traveling girl. Look at me go. So then we're zooming down the mountain. The Turkish guys in the back, they're chatting in Turkish. I think nothing of it. I'm just like, do on my way back to Skopje. And then I'm hearing some Turkish voices getting a little ruffled, a little riled up in the back. And I'm like, what's going on back there? And my Turkish friend who speaks English is like, hey, you told us it was going to be 20 euros between the 3 of us. And I said, yeah, that's what the driver told me. And he said, well, the number he just told us in Macedonian currency is, I don't remember what it was, let's say 26 euros. And I was like, oh no, like he told me it was going to be 20 euros for the 3 of us. So the Turkish guy talks to the driver and is like, hey, you told us it was going to be 20 euros. And he said, yeah, it's 20 euros for one person. For 3 people, it's 26.
Bro,
and in my head,
he's
right,
really
okay.
jacking that up.
For sure.
And then you go back and say,
no, for me, I was like, am I going to pay 2 extra euros? Sure, I'll pay 2 extra euros. I was like, I'm on my way downhill, whatever, this is fine. Turkish guys do not feel this way. Turkish guys are very upset. And Turkish guys
are they upset with you?
Oh, no. They're not upset with me. They're upset with the driver.
Okay,
and they're like, you're a scammer. You're such a scammer. And which is true. And the driver's like, no, I'm not. So they're kind of fighting back and forth. Again, driver speaks very broken English. So also I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Are they arguing in English?
Yes, in English, but very like broken, right? And there's like Macedonian thrown in and Turkish thrown in and words that I don't know. So then at this point,
such a fun life, you guys.
Oh, I do. And the Turkish guy turns to me and he's like, okay, well, how, like, are you going to pay 26 euros? And I was like, I mean, if he gets us down the mount, I guess. And the Turkish guy said, oh, okay, whatever. And so he sits back down for a second, but then I don't remember why they get riled back up. But then it turns into a full-on screaming match in the car where this Turkish man...
Between the driver and the Turkish.
Yes, between the driver and the Turkish man. And he is so upset. And he's like, you're such a scammer. You better give us our money. Like, we are not paying 26 euros. And so the driver is like, that's fine. I'll kick you out right now. I can take you back up the mountain. And I'm like, I don't want to go back up the mountain. I want to get back down to Skopje. And so... at this point, I'm just kind of like sitting in the front seat and like, oh no.
I just looked up because I was curious. I looked up, do the Turks and the Macedonians hate each other? They don't.
They don't. No, I don't think they do. And also, I will say, some of my friends who I've told this story to are like, oh, we know Turkish people. They're friends. They're just that way. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. Because just wait till the end of the story because then it really is like, oh, interesting. So then... after they say, we'll kick you out of the car, I was like, I don't want to get kicked out of the car. And then the guy in the back seat's like, I need to talk to your boss. I want my money, blah, 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 blah. And then the driver is like, I'll take you to jail if you don't give me my money. I'll drive you to the police station.
Did I know this story?
I don't know, bro. This is one of my favorite. It's a good one. I'm like, oh, jail. Oh my gosh. And so then the Turkish guy in the back goes, you take us to jail. My buddy's a Turkish police officer. You take us to jail. I'll put you in jail. I'll take you to court. Like, just crazy things being said in this car. Meanwhile, I'm literally in the front seat going, I'm sitting in the front seat. I'm just like, Lord Jesus, please help. Like
that point, I would have been like, here's the €6. Oh my God.
No, literally, I was like, I will pay it. I was like, I don't care. Just please don't take me to a Macedonian prison. So then the Turkish guy's like, I want to talk to your boss. And he's like, fine. So the driver calls his boss, and his boss apparently speaks Turkish. So what then proceeds to happen is he gives him the phone, they're chatting in Turkish on the phone, and then he hands the phone back up and they're chatting in Macedonian, and he hands the phone back and they're talking in Turkish. I have no idea what's going on. I have no clue what's going on. I'm literally just sitting in the seat.
Is he still driving during this time?
Yep, he's driving the whole time. I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on right now. So then finally, Turkish guy hands the phone back up and goes, your boss says it's okay. And the Macedonian goes, 20 euros okay? He goes, yep, says it's okay. He's like, okay. So we drive back down. We get to Skopje. We get out of the car. The Turkish guys are the essence of delight, are just like, hey man, thank you so much, brother. You did such a favor, blah, 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 blah. They hang out with me and they're like, hey, thank you so much. It's been so nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. We go our separate ways. And I'm just like,
what level? Okay, now we have to. What level of yelling was it? Was it like yelling?
Yelling. I'm not exaggerating. I'm talking yelling in the car. When I'm trying to tone it down for the mic. When he's like, I will take you to jail. It was like yelling in this car. And then when we get out, like I said, essence of just friendly people. It's just like, hey, thank you so much. Have a great night. The driver's like, yeah, man, no problem. Have a great night. See you later. Blah, blah, blah. And so then I walk back to my Airbnb. I sit there for a second and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I change clothes because it's getting very cold. I'm also starving at this point. I go to the old bazaar. I find a place. I order my food. I'm sitting there reading my book. And then I see someone walk up to me and I get a hand in my face. I know, right? I lift my head up. It's the Turkish guys who have found me on the street. And my Turkish friend who doesn't speak English is just like, hey, have a great... Like, walks away. And I'm just sitting there like...
Guys, Ansley making it through. Ansley, an international traveler.